There is one dominant, dynamic quarterback characteristic that trumps all others, and Cam Ward has got it. He doesn't have the biggest arm, size, speed, strength, but the way he anticipates receivers coming open before they're open translates directly to success in the NFL. He put up huge numbers, finishing 4th in the Heisman, but your numbers don't matter in college, it's what you put on film that best predicts what you'll do at the highest level. He is easily my QB1 in the class. He should go first overall. His anticipation is off the charts, better than any quarterback prospect in recent memory. Before we dive deeper into why anticipation is so important, I want to thank this week's sponsor, SeatGeek. With the NFL season over and baseball season right around the corner, I am buying Cubs tickets left and right, and I prefer SeatGeek because of how easy it is to use. Sometimes I'll be messed up in Wrigleyville before the game and hey, I forgot to buy a ticket and the game starts in 20 minutes. Well, SeatGeek is the easiest of the apps to use, especially for these kinds of situations. You just hop on, the app's already rated the deals for each game based on the best deal for each seat. A green dot means it's a good deal, a red dot means it's a bad deal. I can have even one eye shut. My dumb friend John can use it for me, can be his first time ever, and still figure it out. Green dot good, red, bad, and we're in. Every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee, and what I love about them, if you use my code Rollins10, you get 10% off your order, which gives you a nice discount and helps support this channel. There are many reasons why anticipation is so important, so I'll give multiple play examples to show you why it's crucial a prospect has good anticipation, and why it's a good predictor of whether or not he will succeed in the NFL. Our first example, a 3-play example, begins with how easily Ward anticipates coverage, meaning he can identify what the defense is playing before the snap. Miami's coaching staff gave him full control of the offense audibling system, something almost every other team uses these cards for and tells their quarterback what to do. Cam sees it's 3/2, so he audibles to this smokescreen where these two receivers block for this receiver getting the ball. Anticipating coverage before the snap leads to successful audibles, and also successful throws down the field, knowing what the defense will do before they do it. To blow up a screen, defenders know they have to fly down to the receiver before the play gets going, so the fake screen and go has been a huge play you'll see both Saturdays and Sundays. You can see Elijah Arroyo fake stock block, where he's chopping down a block like it's a screen, and he's usually the receiver coming open up the sideline. But what makes Cam so good is when he sees any type of window open, he can anticipate the open space in the field and throw to receivers who aren't typically the primary option in a concept. This type of anticipation, targeting all receivers on the field to all areas of the field, forces the defense to guard everybody, not just the primary option. A lot of young quarterbacks just throw to the schemed receiver, just do what they're told. But because Cam puts on film he can hit the quick post, watch how Mansour Delane has to respect it, which opens up the sideline throw. Arroyo doesn't have to worry about getting blown up, and the accuracy on this bullet pass down the field is just perfect. Cam's ability to anticipate open space on the field before those spots are there might be my favorite part of his game. Most college prospects wait to see their receiver open, then throw, but that is almost never going to work once you get to the NFL. First, Cam sees his safety look is awfully suspicious. There's one kind of dead center, which should tell him it's a one-eye coverage like cover 3, but there's another right next to him, so Cam audibles. Once again, he does it all by himself, no cards, nothing, and gets Miami into this cover 3 beater we've talked about ad nauseum, but always down for more nauseum. We have Sale. It's great against cover 3 zone because there's a deep third corner bailing deep who the outside receiver handles, which leaves the curl flat defender to defend against both the intermediate or sail route and the flat. Cam is right, Florida drops into 3 deep cover 3 zone, but because DJ Douglas is the deep safety, he's closer to the intermediate out route, so watch how early Cam has to throw this ball, because even though on paper this is open, meaning the concept beats the coverage if you're drawing it up on a chalkboard, the way this plays out, Cam has to release this before his guy breaks open. Anticipating open space in the defense is a huge superpower, and look at the accuracy on the throw, picture perfect. Another reason it's so important to be able to anticipate open receivers and open space is because of how much zone coverage the NFL plays. It's approximately 65% of the time. Syracuse is trying to make this look like man coverage, where Devin Grant looks to be in man one-on-one on Xavier Restrepo, and a corner route against tight man coverage with Grant outside leverage just ain't gonna work. Cam likes this speed out route against off-man coverage because there's space between the receiver and defender, but at the snap, Syracuse drops into zone coverage with the speed out not open, and look when Cam releases this ball. Super early, back shoulder, so he doesn't hospital ball Restrepo and send him to CTSPN with Joe Rogan. Cam Ward's ability to rip up zone coverage with his anticipation is elite. He's an easy projection to the NFL, not just because of his impressive anticipation, but also because of his ability to execute NFL concepts at a high level. This is the bounce concept, which we've also nauseamed, which stretches out this linebacker. He either stays back for the dig, opening the sit, or vice versa, so Cam throws wherever he's not. Not only does he do an incredible job reading and throwing before he makes his decision, a ton of quarterbacks would wait for the backer to definitively jump up or stay back. This is still a pretty muddy read, but watch where Cam's looking with his eyes. Based on the stripe on his helmet, every scout uses this from the back angle to identify where a quarterback or any player is looking. Cam starts to his left. He is not reading the typical key. He's reading the backside linebacker because he's actually seeing Syracuse is starting with two eye safeties and there's nobody to cover the flat. So he's reading left first, so he's not even keying the key defender. He knows based on the zone coverage, like most zone coverages, he'll have two backers in the middle. And with him both pressing outside to defend the receivers, there will be this space over the middle. Boom. Another aspect of his game that I love is how he showed steady improvement over the season. Good prospects improve during the season. Great ones are successful even on the plays where they're still working out the kinks. In the first game of the year, Cam has a 2-high safety beater, which is curious why he's looking over here to the left, since Florida is in a 3-deep defender coverage. In cover 2 zone, there's a flat defender, and this smash concept stretches out this corner. So when Cam starts to his left, but it's a 3-deep cover 3 zone, you want to see him ID this quicker and get off the concept to progress to his right, where he has at least semi-open receivers, but still, he's able to show off his playmaking ability and run around and connects down the field. Then, what I love is later in the season, we have the same concept at the top. This time against man, it's not as much a beater, since you're not stretching out anybody like you would in zone. But look how quickly he gets off the concept and the absolute dart he throws back over the middle. His ability to read multiple receivers is also a huge plus. He's already able to get through multiple reads. Look at the accuracy. Multiple reads in college is important because in the NFL, defenses and defensive coordinators are so good at taking away your first receiver, the first guy your coach schemes to come open. So a lot of college QBs fail because they can't get to 2, 3, 4. Cam's ability to rip up the Blitz, which is when defenses send 5 or more pass rushers, shows that A, he's great at anticipating open receivers and getting the ball out quickly, and B, knows that if his first guy isn't open, he needs to progress quickly to his next, because when the defense is bringing the heat, you don't have a lot of time to sit in the pocket. He's also been described as a playmaker. I'm not as high on him there. From my perspective, he doesn't have the speed to really make too much of a difference off script, but it's definitely a part of his game that is a positive. Just don't see him scooting away from NFL caliber defensive linemen as often. The only aspect that worries me are some of his touch throws deep. In the 4 games I charted, he had 7 touch deep balls that he missed, where he didn't exhibit the same pinpoint accuracy he had in every other part of his game. In my opinion, there are some minor mechanical things he can clean up to create more consistency with his deep ball, because at the end of the day, mechanics are just that, struggling with consistency. However, Cameron Anthony Ward has shocked me on film. I have never seen a college quarterback with this level of anticipation. The next closest one I can think of is Tua, who showed high levels of eye manipulation, where he could look one way to force a defender out of his zone. That takes a lot of anticipation. But even Tua wasn't releasing the ball this early, anticipating space and coverages post-snap this good, and I think Cam will actually be better in the NFL than in college, because the Hurricanes weren't the most precise offense, so to go to the next level, where there's more defined and specific rules in regards to spacing and timing for receivers, Cam's anticipation ability will pour gasoline on the fire that is a real NFL offense. Many are saying this isn't a great quarterback class, this isn't the year to find your franchise guy. Well, find Cam Ward up next. Watch his tape, check his skills and ability, because Cam Ward is being slept on. He is legit.